Everyone in this arena has a money stake in one of our famous couples as we play the game of celebrity gossip, Tattletales. And here's the star of Tattletales, Bert Hunby.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. Welcome to Tattletales. And thank you, my dear, for that lovely kiss. I enjoyed that enormously, and you're going to enjoy what's going to happen now. I mean it. Call your friends. Don't leave the room. Sit down. It's madness today, and here are the three couples, and you know what I mean in just a moment. Winning money today for the blue section, old friends, and it's good to have them back. Ross Martin and his wife, Olavee Martin.
How are you, Bert?
I'm good, Ross. How are you?
If I were any better, it'd be illegal. I'd be up for arrest.
Really? Yeah. Because I know that you were in Chicago not too long ago.
Yeah, I was starring in The Good Doctor, the Neil Simon play there at the Drury Lane Theater.
Yeah, you had a good time, I know.
Oh, I had an absolute ball.
Looking forward to playing tennis with you soon. Olavee, welcome back. You look lovely as always.
Thank you, Bert. It's fun to be back.
You're going to have a good time today, I promise you that. Winning money today for the banana section. First time on our show. Rookies, we call them. And rookies usually do very well. I think probably one of the greatest singers of all time and the greatest sound in the world, Mr. Jerry Vale and his wife, Rita Vale.
Thank you, Bert. It's quite an introduction. I really appreciate it.
It's true. You know that's true.
Well, that's very sweet of you.
What a
Thank you.
sound. Rita, how are you, love?
Fine, Bert. How are you?
It's like coming to a party. Isn't this fun?
It's terrific.
Oh, you're going to have fun with the bananas, too.
Oh,
You'll see. The bananas will just treat you gloriously, unless you lose. And then the bananas can turn on you so fast. Our next couple have been here before. They will probably be here again, I hope, if we're all lucky. Boy, is the red section lucky today. Totie Fields and her husband, Georgie Johnston.
Good morning, Bert. I should say good morning.
Good afternoon.
Oh, good afternoon, Bert. Good evening, Bert. Whatever.
You can say whatever you want.
Sure.
And Totie, you can too. How are you, love?
I'm delicious. I have missed you terribly.
Yes, well, you've been away.
I know I have been away. Do I look cute?
You look adorable.
Okay.
Don't you always look adorable?
Thank you.
Yes, and Georgie, you do too. I love your hair.
Oh, thank you. It's my new look.
Yeah, it's terrific.
Marty Allen has always been my idol. So.
Here we go. First question, worth $150, ladies. It's for you. A common complaint among wives is that their husbands don't appreciate them enough. Is there anything you do for your husband that he doesn't appreciate enough? Think it over. Yes or no is the answer. That's all we want. Maybe you'll tell us what it is. Goodbye, ladies. Ross, what does Olavee do for you that she's always saying, you take me for granted, you never appreciate?
Well, the truth is that
now, by the way, we don't have to know what it is. All we're asking, is there something? Is there anything that she does for you that she feels you don't appreciate enough for?
everything she does for me I don't appreciate enough because she's incredible, you know. She really, but the truth is, I don't think she'd be able to put her finger on a specific thing that she does for me that I really don't tell her, honey, that's the greatest, and I deeply appreciate that.
Really?
Yeah.
So the answer is going to be no.
I would, I can't think of anything. I'm sure that if I were taxed, you know.
Yeah, it's interesting. See, you can't think of anything.
She
I'd
can
like
think
to
of
make a side
everything.
bet she can think of a few.
I'll bet. But maybe it's because I don't appreciate it enough if I don't recognize it, if I don't see it, you know, often. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And not seeing it, I then don't appreciate it enough, and that's ridiculous because I think I notice everything about it.
Do you understand what he said?
No.
No. I just want to be sure I wasn't the only one.
You know, I once spent half an hour with Jack Lemmon, and that was what happened.
Exactly.
I turned to someone and said, "Did you understand a word of it?" He said, "No." I said, "Glad I wasn't the only one."
What I say? Okay, so you say the answer is no. There is not anything.
I think there isn't a specific thing that that I don't.
Oh, grumble, grumble, grumble. Here she comes. Now you may be surprised, but probably not. Olavee,
yes.
Is there anything that you do for Ross that he doesn't appreciate enough, and we want a yes or a no?
A yes or a no, and I don't have to name what it is?
No.
Oh. No, there is nothing I do that he doesn't.
That's right. That's what he said. See, gang?
Honey, you've just made me look like the most gracious man in the world. Thank you.
You are?
Yeah, you just covered him with roses is
Well,
what you did.
it's true.
Thank you, Olavee. Jerry, what about Rita? What's she going to say?
Well, being in show business, my wife is constantly after me to improve my act and to do new songs, and I think that I would probably have to say that she would say that I don't appreciate the fact that she's always after me to do that.
She's trying to help you, and you in turn don't...
Yeah, she was in show business at one time. She was a dancer.
Right.
I won't tell you what kind.
Well, now that you've said that, you know that America wants to know.
By the way, I always thought that Totie Fields was a Jewish airport.
Boom, boom. We got to get a snare drum today, you know. Boom. So the answer is yes.
I would say yes. There are some things that she does for me that I probably don't appreciate.
Enough. Yes. Okay, here she comes. Rita.
Yes.
Is there anything that you do for Jerry that he doesn't appreciate you enough for, do you think? Yes or no?
No.
That's not what he said.
What did he say?
How about that? Want to tell her what you said, Jerry?
Well, I said that you're always telling me to improve my act and to do new songs, and I really sometimes don't show the appreciation that I should.
For your interest and so forth.
It just shows you how well we know each other, Bert.
Oh, you ain't seen nothing yet, Rita.
It's early in the game.
We got you for days here. Thank you, though. Hang around, you learn. Georgie, what's Totie going to say to this?
Yes, I think that Totie will say that, yes, that I don't appreciate her enough on certain things. And I don't, she's probably got 1,000 things that she knows of that I don't even think about.
Really?
Yeah, I think. She'd probably say yes.
But you don't have anything
I don't
that
appreciate.
comes to mind
I don't know
offhand.
any specific thing, but I'm sure that she has something that she thinks I don't appreciate.
All right, here she comes.
Something in her mind.
Totie, is there anything that you do for Georgie that he doesn't appreciate enough? Yes or no is what we're looking for here.
A yes or no?
Yes, a yes or no answer. Then after that, you can tell us if there is or if there isn't, you know.
Is there anything that I do for Georgie
that he doesn't appreciate enough, you feel? Yes
that
or
he doesn't appreciate enough?
no? Right.
Oh, I thought you had to answer
What it was?
what it was because
No, because maybe there isn't anything. So we're asking you, is there anything that you do for George that he doesn't appreciate enough?
Gee, my husband is so good. He is such a good man. But you know what? I got to dress him all the time.
Yeah.
He would be naked right in front of you now if I didn't pick out what he's got on. And I don't think he appreciates that.
So then the answer is, he does. There is something. And you're right. Well.
Oh, we're right? Oh, how great.
Okay.
You got it right. And
Right,
George,
you got it right.
I once made
I appreciate
cornflakes.
that answer, I'll tell you that.
So does the audience. You would have
but
been naked otherwise.
Bertie, I once made cornflakes for him,
Yeah.
and he did not appreciate that either.
you made a bowl of cornflakes for him
That's
once?
right.
And he didn't say thank you?
He didn't say thank you. He didn't say these are great cornflakes.
Cooks like that all the time.
Totie makes great cornflakes, Georgie.
All the time.
And look how well she dressed you today.
Ask her if she can find the stove. She doesn't know where it is in the kitchen.
Well,
I think
whoever
it's
heard
in
of
the
cooking
bathroom.
cornflakes on a stove, anyway? Totie and Georgie, Olavee and Ross are right. They split the opening pot in half. We will come back with question number 2. And it just, don't go away, I told you. See you in a moment. Hi. Question number 2 coming up. This is it. Worth $150. Ladies, if you are ready, it's for you. Ladies, you're marooned on our desert island alone with a young man. Everything is lovely, except there's no shelter. The young man wants to take all your clothes together with his and make a pup tent to shelter the two of you. Would you agree to this, is the question. Just for fun. Off you go, ladies. Goodbye. We're going to start with you, Jerry. Now, Rita is marooned on his desert island with this young fellow. He wants to take off her clothes and take off his and make a little pup tent, make some shelter. Do you think she'd agree with that?
Do you know something, or are you just fishing around?
No. No, it's just all hypothetical for fun.
Well, that's a toughie. I would have to say that she would probably, because of self-preservation.
Well, that's the dirtiest laugh I ever heard from the red section.
I would say that she would probably go along with it.
She would?
Yes.
Okay. What's wrong, Bananas? You don't think so? Sure she would. Okay, you're going to say yes, she would go. She would agree.
Yeah,
Here she comes now. Shh. There you are on that island. There's this this young fella there, and he says, please take off your clothes, Rita, if you will, and I will take off mine, and we will make ourselves a little pup tent. Would you agree to do that or not?
Well, who's the fella?
That's not on my card, I'm sorry. It just says a young man. And
Would I agree? Is it a South Sea island or a warm place or a cold place?
a desert island. So
a desert island. Yes, I would agree.
That's
to it.
right. That's what he said. You're on the boards. You got it. Thank you, Rita. You're absolutely right. See, now that was easy, wasn't it?
Well, we finally got one.
Yeah. And have a good time on that island. Georgie, what will Totie say?
Well, she'd say, what's the difference? The kid's only 8 years old. What does it mean?
When I said young man, I don't think that's what we had in mind.
I see. I thought you mean a little older than that.
Yeah, a little older than
Well, she'd probably be making with Totie's clothes more of a Great Dane tent than a pup tent. So, her and the kid. She probably would say yes. That. Oh yes, I would think. Oh sure.
She'd go along with that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's bring on Totie. Totie, there you are now. You're on this desert island. You're marooned there with this young fellow who wants to take your clothes. You have to take them off, of course, and his clothes, which he will take off, and make a little pup tent for shelter.
See, in my case, he wouldn't have to take off his clothes because my clothes would make a pup tent for both of us.
Yeah. Well, but would you agree then to take off your clothes and make the tent? Or?
There is nothing in this world that would make me take off my clothes. You know, Georgie, I want to tell you something, Georgie. When did you ever see me naked in front of anybody else?
But
When I take off my
I'd like to see you naked.
I hope he's never seen you naked in front of anybody else.
Am I not embarrassed to take my clothes off?
But if you had to live, you're on a desert island. There's nobody else.
I don't want to live naked with a young kid. Because if he sees me naked, it's all over.
Well, I'm sorry, Totie. That's what Georgie thought. I see he's wrong. Once in a while, he makes a mistake. He's only human.
Don't you appreciate that?
That you're human?
Oh, that's a big break. Thanks, Totie. Well, Ross, what will Olavee say?
Well, I think Olavee has a point of view pretty much like Totie's. First of all, she loves to sleep with all the windows open at night, so she wouldn't want any shelter at night. There's no need for it. And during the day, she'd say, you take your clothes off and I'll use that for shelter. She's just never naked. So Olavee's going to say no.
She's going to say no. Oh. 2 no's and a yes so far. Let's see what happens. Here she comes. Olavee, you're marooned.
Yes.
On a desert island.
Yeah.
And a young man says to you, would you please take off your clothes and I'll do the same and we'll make this little tent for shelter for us. Would you agree to do that?
You're not giving me any hints of what we're starting out with. I mean, what...
I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, what I have on.
Oh, no.
Okay, no hints. Okay.
No, you've got some clothes on.
Well,
though,
all right. The size, I presume I can say these things. This is a...
Well, of course you can.
All right. The size of my panties and bra is not going to help our shelter at all. So I am a born optimist. I know we're going to be saved. So there's going to be a greeting party, and I am not that comfortable running around nude. So I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to
That's
take
right.
off my
That's what he said. You got it. Olavee and Ross, Rita and Jerry split it in half at halftime. Gentlemen, step to the rear. We'll bring the ladies out front. What would you do? Would you take off your clothes and make a pup tent? See you in a moment. And so we have changed places after halftime, and I have 3 lovely ladies with me, and here we go.
Right.
Fellas, if you're set, here's a question. It's for you. It's worth $150. Men, which of the 2 of you would you say is the bigger flirt, you or your wife? Think that one over, and we'll come back in a moment. Well, I think, without getting into a huge discussion on what flirting is, which could very easily happen. Totie, what do you think between you and George?
No contest.
Really?
No contest. In fact, just before the show went on, I swear to you, I went across the hall because I heard George Siegel was there, and I attacked him. And I ate up his whole face and chewed an ear off.
Yes.
I adore men, and I am I love to flirt.
Some guy just said, so why didn't you take off her clothes?
He said, why
The
didn't I
red
take
section.
off my clothes? You know why? I'll tell you why, sweetheart, because that's not flirting. At that point, you're down to real business.
That's it.
You know what I
So,
love to no contest.
the answer is you.
Absolutely me.
It is you. Here comes Georgie. Don't say anything. Georgie, between you and Totie, who would you say is the bigger flirt?
Between the two of us, Totie
Yes.
would probably be the bigger flirt.
That's it. You got it. Olavee, between you and Ross, who's the bigger flirt?
I'm going to say that I'm the bigger flirt.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, this is a toughie.
You're not sure?
I'm really not sure, but I'm going to have to
You
go
both
one way.
flirts.
I
You
know
are.
we both are.
Yeah,
but
they
I'm,
both are.
Yeah.
I think he thinks that maybe oh, geez, don't.
Okay. Okay.
It's either one or the other.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, you know us pretty well. What do you think?
I think Ross is a bigger flirt than you are. I really do.
Now, wait a minute.
But
If you get
please
it
don't let
wrong,
me
then-
say it's not fair for me
it's
to
not
say.
fair, because the
I mean,
blue
because
section
you
will beat the
never,
red section to
uh,
death for that.
do
I
anything
gotta
with
stick
me, and Ross
I gotta
does.
stick with. No, I'll stick with my first answer.
All
Oh,
right,
please.
it's you. Here she comes. I mean, here he comes. Here comes somebody. Ross, between you and Olavee, which one of you think is the bigger flirt?
Hands down, it's me.
No!
You were right. Bert,
I told you.
Bert, do you
You
see?
cannot be a big flirt and not know who's
Bert-
the biggest flirt.
What is that, Ross?
You
what?
see? You see how clever I am at disguising it?
Well, you're such a good actor, that's why. Sorry about that, Ross. Rita, between
It was
you and
a
Jerry,
toss-up, darling.
who's the bigger flirt?
I would say Jerry.
Jerry is?
Yes, I would say that.
You would say that?
Yes.
Is that a fact, or would you just say that? Oh, Totie,
All right,
bite
wait
your
a
tongue.
wait a minute. Totie, you know us both.
You're going to say Jerry.
Here we go
What would
again.
you say? What would you say?
You want to
I ought to
predict
be
this
on
one?
this show by myself.
What would you say?
You want to?
Jerry is a flirt.
Jerry is.
He loves to look at young girls and
Yes.
beautiful women and
Sure. Well, nothing
so
wrong
on.
with
Listen,
that.
listen, my Georgie does too. But I get more action.
Okay. Here we go. It's Jerry. Shh, shh, shh. Jerry, between you and Rita, who would you say is the bigger flirt?
She is.
No, that's not.
I told you.
Tony was right,
You're
but
always
Jerry
looking
wasn't.
at girls.
Wasn't, and neither was
Georgie,
Rita. Tony and
can't
Georgie get
believe
the
You just
whole
think
pot,
I'm
gang.
always looking at
And we'll come
girls.
back with our $300 question and decide this madness in a moment. Now, don't you go away. See you in a moment. This will decide it. This one's worth $300, and here we go. This is fun. Fellas, it's for you. Men, which one of you is easier to get to know? You or your wife? Which one of you is easier to get to know? Okay, think it over. Good question. Off you go. And we'll start with you, Rita.
I am. I'm much easier to get to know than Jerry is.
You think that's what he's going to
Yes,
say?
I do, definitely. Well, it's true.
And it's true. No matter what he says.
Ask Totie, she'll tell you.
All right, here he comes. Jerry, between you and Rita, which one of you do you think is easier to get to know?
She is.
That's right. You got it. Now, you know the interesting thing here now, at this moment, you've got all the money. If the other two people miss, you win the game. See, so you can come from $75 and win it. You never know. Olavee, what will Ross say?
I think he's going to say he is.
He is easier to get to know.
Yes, I think
Okay.
so.
Yeah, I'm playing the game right along with you too, you know. I'm listening and looking because I know you all
But
fairly
he may
well.
want to make up for that last one, so he may say it's me.
Ah.
But I think he might say
Yeah.
he is, so I hope he says he is.
All right, here he comes. Ross, between you and Olavee, which one of you do you think is easier to get to know?
I think I am.
That's right. All right, this brings up a very interesting situation. You're right, Totie. This will decide the game.
Well, there is no decision because I don't even know who Georgie is.
Why do you say that?
I have seen him stand in front of a mirror and say, "Who am I?" millions of people have looked and said, who's the guy standing next to Georgie? No, all hands down. Me. Of course.
You were easy to get to know. Here he comes. Georgie, this will decide the game. I don't want you to feel any pressure at all, of course. I want you to just relax now and think this over carefully. Which one of you is easier to get to know, you or Totie?
I would think without a doubt Totie.
That's it. You got it. Everybody gets the question. We split it 3 ways. However, the red section wins it. We'll come back in just a moment and let you know exactly how much the red section has won. Please come back. See you in a moment. The big winners, Georgie and Totie, with $325. We had $1,000. Their section will divide $1,325. Thank you all. You were splendid, and so were you. Don't miss the next one. See you next time on Tattletales. Goodbye, everybody.